What's up? What's up? I am your favorite on-air personality, Georgia Doll, and I'm in the building with Los Denero. What's up?
One and only. How you doing?
Okay, so I just want to say thank you for coming to the show. Although this is not live on air, it's going to be on www.georgiadoll.com, and just shout out your website.
Not a problem. MajorDenero.com. That's Major with an E. MAJER. Denero with an EDENERO.
Okay, cool. So everything's gonna be listed below. But just let us know what you're working on currently. I know you rap, so what are you working on currently?
Oh man, it's a lot. It's a lot. Right now, I'm currently putting together a project with one of my closest friends, one of my brothers that I grew up with. Go by the name of Sugar Ray Dollars. We plan on dropping that mid-May, late May. We pretty much been putting a lot of time and effort into that one. My last tape that I dropped in October, was my first tape with no features.
Okay. And how many songs was on that tape?
14.
So you did 14 songs, no features, no
14
nothing.
songs,
okay,
no
that's
features.
What's up. That's really what's up. You typically don't see anybody doing that, so that's what's up.
Right.
So my next question to you, as far as your music and your mixtape that's coming out, you say that you have 3 mixtapes that's already out, right? Okay, so with your 3 mixtapes, like, how do you pretty much get into the producing mode? Like, do you produce your own songs? Like, who are your favorite producers or some of the producers that you have on your song?
A lot of times I get inspired by beats, from a lot of different artists. That's why none of my tapes really sound the same.
Okay, cool.
They all have different sounds because I'm not a one-dimensional artist. So I may hear some music that's going on right now that's maybe popular. I hear something that I like about it. Take what I like and I implement it to
your sound. Okay, that's really good. So who are like some of your favorite samples, or what do you like? What's your creative process when you're going into the studio? You have a session. You're like, okay, I'm gonna lay something down. Just your typical time.
See, it's tricky. It's tricky because sometimes I go into my, I may just shut down and put on a beat and just zone out, or I may, write down, how I'm feeling, what I'm feeling. Then I may hear a beat that just goes to, how I was feeling at that point in time, and that goes a song.
Okay.
So it's really depending on how I'm feeling at the moment, because I know I do a lot of fun songs. I've been doing a lot of fun tracks. What I call fun tracks is what you probably in the club, radio, etc. But I really like to get personal. I kind of shadow a lot of what's really going on in my creative writing. But for the most part, I try to get people.
Okay, cool. So, out of all the people that you have worked with and featured with, who is your number one person, or probably a top 2, top 5, something like that? Like, who are your favorite people that you like to work with? Like, it's always just good vibes.
That's tough. I gotta go with the partner that I'm doing now. Sugar Ray Dollars. We just got this chemistry where we get together. It's like magic. Although we feed off each other, and then the response is just it's crazy. And then when we get it to the people, we out of our team, we're kind of like the fan favorites.
Okay, cool.
So when they hear us together, it's okay, this is what
so
we
it
were
just
waiting
meshed,
on.
the music just meshed. Okay, that's what's up. Well, you don't have to go any further with people you like to feature with, because I feel like you're really pushing this song that you all have. So you're still in the works with this song with this artist, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so when do you think it's gonna be released? That I hear
this particular song or the actual project?
The song or the project? Because I really want to hear this song that y'all working with, that y'all featuring with.
We have a good amount of songs.
Okay.
Like, in the works right now.
Okay.
We have one song out that's pretty, you know, it's been making a lot of noise and falling. DJ Beats, this guy from SoundCloud. He actually been doing a lot. He actually did a few on Not Just Yet. So, you know, I've been working with him pretty consistently. Because it's kind of hard to find a good producer.
Yeah, it really is. And a lot of people, like, I have this one artist I just interviewed, like, last week, and she was saying that she got a beat from someone from SoundCloud, and before she could pay him, he passed away. So, like, how does that whole, you know, like, renting out beats and stuff from SoundCloud, like, how does that go?
That could get tricky, too. It's like, you know, for instance, like that, if, say, for instance, you were to buy the beats and, you know, like that guy passed away, let's say you wanted to get that beat exclusive.
So sick of people telling me I'm
all
just
the other people that may have leased that same beat, they have the same amount of rights to it as you do. You know, you just leased it.
Yeah.
But if you make a hit off of that beat, and now you want that beat to yourself, you can't get it to yourself.
Right.
You have no way of getting in contact with
That
that
person,
person.
the producer.
So like it's always better to do business, you know, with somebody face to face. But you know, it's a lot of people online that's pretty dope and pretty consistent. You know,
Okay, cool. So, with this mixtape right here, what does it say?
Not just yet. Not just
okay,
yet.
let them see what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have right here Not Just Yet, and you all can find that on his website. And I want to just talk about the songs. I listened to a couple of songs today, and it wasn't like, you know how you listen to an artist and every song sounds the same?
Yeah.
Your songs sound very different, and that's a good thing. And I feel like I just kind of think about how the artist is in their process of writing and like getting the music done. And I just feel like you probably, with this tape, I can kind of feel that you went through different type of things when you were making this song. But overall, it's like I get like a turn up or like a reflection type vibe from the mixtape. So I was reading your bio on your website, and it was talking about how you started rapping around. I want to say you were like 8 years old. So when you were 8 years old to now, like, what would you tell your younger self? Because I can clearly see the progression in your music. So what would you tell yourself at 8 years old about who you are now?
I would definitely tell myself to not worry about everybody tells me, you know, don't worry about messing up. Basically go out on a limb because, like right now, I'm 23. I feel like a lot of the stuff that I've learned now, I could have learned 5 years ago, or, you know, maybe even 10 years ago, you know, if I would have just went forward with it, and instead of letting people tell me, oh, you know, that may not work out, or you'll have a better chance doing this over here.
Yeah.
You know, so like when I started getting, you know, more serious and more focused and putting time and money and etc. into the business, that's when I started getting the response from people that, you know, okay, they start, you know, treat me like an artist instead
Right.
of
The respect level.
right.
Okay, so as far as your fan base, like, what is your target audience as far as like certain age group, certain people? Like, you're from, where are you from again?
Albany, Georgia.
Okay, so you're from Albany, but you know you have people that you network with in Savannah, in different places. So when you move around and stuff, like, does everyone pretty much gravitate to you on like a fast pace, or is it like you just work over time to gain your fan base?
Like Savannah has showed me the most love. Wherever I go, anytime I perform, it's always and I like to say that I kind of feed off the crowd. Like when I'm performing, like I got 14 tracks. If, you know, you don't like this type of vibe, I got, you know, enough for you.
Yeah, right.
So, you know, when I'm on stage, I feel what they feeling and I feel how they feel about what I'm performing. So I kind of go in that direction. I keep that flow.
Okay.
So I think that's one of my advantages. Like I know how to, you know, peep with the people.
Okay, cool. And being that you said that Savannah has shown you the most love, and being that I'm from Savannah, Georgia, I want to just be honest for a second and kind of say that it's really disappointing when you're from a certain city and you don't get as much love like where you're from versus other places, gravitating to you. And I honestly think that, Savannah, I love my city dearly, and I'm very proud that they support you. But I feel like if you're from a certain place like Albany, Georgia, I think it's really important for people to really stamp you and really be like, okay, this is who I'm rocking with, because you never want it to be like, okay, you get so big and then they start doing the whole, this is Los Denero, like this, that, third. So I think that we as a community need to embrace the people that we have in our own backyard. So that's definitely something that really shocked me. I thought you were going to say Albany. But I mean, either way it goes, I think that that's really, really good that you pretty much are doing your thing. I thought you were from Savannah. Like, I really thought you were from Savannah. The first time you came to the studio, I was like, okay, all y'all from Savannah. And you was quiet, like you didn't say nothing. I was really mad because you was like, I rap. And I'm like, why didn't you say that on the show? Like, we could have had a part 2 interview. And you was like, nah, that's Ethan Jeremiah. So you're a very humble guy. I really appreciate that from you, because a lot of people in this game, they really cutthroat. So definitely want to say kudos to you as far as like getting your fan base out there, especially in Savannah and in your own city. And I just want to ask you, like, what do you have coming up as far as like, do you have your own like venues that you do, like, or do people come out to you, ask you to come out to stuff? Like, how does it go as far as
a little bit of both. Like Clay at his event, he wanted me to perform, and I wanted to, but it was certain setups and that it just didn't work out, timing and other stuff. But for the most part, I really try to get where I can.
Me I'm just another rapper.
If I can,
your music, but play the songs that matter. They wanna hear trap queen. Sorry, I'm not a trapper. Unless you count a couple hundreds, I come over after. But that's another story for a later date. Constructing the paperweight and nominated for Angel.
Nah, me and Clay, we haven't
niggas killing off niggas and pigeons, followers giving. We don't value our living, the stretch to fuck up the mission. I'm here to tell you I fail you when I took it for granted. But I can understand it. Nobody said being a man would be so hard to manage. Sometimes I think about backing up and
exactly. You don't want to rush
sometimes I keep myself
things,
standing while
but I
niggas
honestly
rhyme me
think
dance.
that you have a strong team behind you that's
Just to
pushing
question
you.
your answer.
And I was talking to another artist
for a minute that if it ever get, if it was you with me or in it to
his name is Young Licks, and I was asking him a question about like pretty much not an entourage, but like just your team. Like, do you think it's important to have a close-knit team, or are you one of the people that you have like a lot of people that's like behind you or always around?
It's crazy because like I was always one of the person that really just stayed away from everything. My close homies.
In a world where people think that you slipping if you ain't got it, where honesty gets tongued out the window when talking profits. But being black don't matter as long as you being violent. I'd rather sit back and kick back and count my money in silence. Heard that there's a difference from having success and being successful. Well, I'm content with either one, just hope I'm not regretful. Through all these trials and tribulations, I'm not forgetful. I quit classes for passion because I know it's wisdom. Pardon my wisdom, but that's life's work. I still saw the light when in reality I knew none of my life's work. Feeding for life's perks. We roll ganja and play with feeling. This is one of my confessions, but I pray that y'all forgive me. Lord, I'm willing to embark on this path you made for me. You the alpha, and I bet that you can guide the prince from A to Z. So bless me with your angels and ensure that they all stay with me. Only living out my dreams can fill my holes in my vacancies. Dollars.
The more people that you have around you, the less people that you need on the outside.
That's true. So my next question, as far as having a strong team, do you ever feel like, because I've realized that with me being that I do a lot of stuff in the industry as far as like interviewing, meeting celebrities, having events, hosting, everything like that, I realized that I probably have the same 2 to 4 people that's always backing me, helping me out. And sometimes I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm being selfish because they're always catering to me, but what do they need to do? Like, they have an expertise in helping me, but how can I kind of push them to like just get out there more? So do you ever have a feeling where you feel like everything is surrounded by you and you're not doing enough for the people who push you?
At moments, like exactly how you said, like sometimes I
so sick of people telling me I'm just another rapper. Yeah, your music,
appreciate what you
play
doing,
the songs that matter.
When I
they want to hear trap
to you,
queen. Sorry, I'm not a trap. Unless you count a couple hundreds, I come over after. But that's another story for a later date. Constructing the paver way.
Right now, the fact
for Angel, quick shout out to Angel. So niggas killing off niggas and pigeons, followers giving. We don't value our living, the stretch of fuck up the mission. I'm here to tell you I fail you when I took it for granted.
I feel like the people that
understand it. Nobody said being a man would be so hard to manage. Sometimes I think about packing up and just jumping plans. Sometimes I keep myself standing while niggas run me down. Tend to ask for advice, just a question your answer. Then I consider it
St. Petersburg Cop.
if it ever get, if it was you with me, you're in it to increase your chance.
We call him Kenny Mo. His name. He was from Chicago. That's some gang. That's why we used to call him Kenny Mo. He wasn't with them, but it's from Chicago.
Okay.
So that was back in my hooping days.
In a world where people think that you slipping if you ain't got it. Where honesty gets stung out the window when talking profit. But being black don't matter as long as you being violent. I'd rather sit back and kick back and count my money in silence. Heard that there's a difference from having success and being successful. Well, I'm content with either one, just hope I'm not regretful. Through all these trials and tribulations, I'm not forgetful. I quit class for passion because I know it's mental. Pardon my wisdom, but that's life's work. I still saw the light when in reality I knew none of my life's work. Feeding for life's purpose. We roll ganja and play with spinning. This is one of my confessions, but I pray that y'all forgive me. Lord, I'm with you.
Yeah, they was like Georgia, and I'm like, literally like that. I'm like, who they talking to? So I get in the car, I go home, and I'm taking my clothes off, going to sleep, whatever. And I look at the back of the pants and say Georgia, and I'm like, oh, they were saying Georgia to me. I'm like, okay, I'm a freshman, so I'm not understanding, like, they really, like, referring to, and I'm like, okay, so I'm going to use this name, but I'm going to twist, I'll make it, like, something positive, because after that, everybody was like, oh, Georgia, what's up, Georgia? So I remember I was making Twitter for, like, the first time, and I remember, I changed my name, and they were like, Georgia was taken, so of course it's going to be taken. So I'm like, okay, what sounds, like, cute to go with Georgia? I was like, okay, Georgia Doll. Yeah. So that's how my name kind of came up, but I was kind of giving the name Georgia, but it was, like, off some, like, whole other stuff, but I twisted it, and I made a name for myself. So that's funny that you said someone named you Los Denero. So.
It's crazy how you get your name.
Exactly. So you typically, when you hear somebody say their name, they usually don't name themselves. They get named by somebody else. So that was a fun fact real quick. But I want to go ahead and say, go ahead and shout out your Instagram, your social media, SoundCloud, your website, everything.
But play the songs that matter. They wanna hear trap queen. Sorry, I'm not a trap. Unless you count a couple hundreds, I come up with albums. But that's another story for a later date. Constructing the paper way. And nominated for Angel. Quick shout out to Angel May. Cause niggas killing off niggas and pigeons. Followers giving. We don't value our living. The stretch of fuck up the mission. I'm here to tell you I fail you when I took it for granted. But I can understand it. Nobody said being a man would be so hard to manage. Sometimes I think about packing up and just jumping plans. Sometimes I get myself standing while niggas rhyme me dance. Tend to ask for advice, just a question you answer. Then I consider it fit for a minute that if it ever get, if it was you with me or in it to increase your chance.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming for, GeorgiaDoll.com, Georgia Media, and I want to say thank you for your time. And I will be doing a blog on you, a music review, all of that stuff, so make sure you look out for that and tell your fans to check that out as well. And for all my tuned-in audience, make sure that you, download all of his stuff, get the mixtape, follow him, go to the website, all of that. And I want to say thank you on behalf of Georgia Doll and Georgia Media. In a world where people think that you slipping if you ain't got it, where honesty gets stung out the window when talking profits, where being black don't matter as long as you being violent. I'd rather sit back and kick back and count my money in silence. Heard that there's a difference from having success and being successful. Well, I'm content with either one, just hope I'm not regretful. Through all these trials and tribulations, I'm not forgetful. I quit classes for passion because I know it's meant to. Pardon my wisdom, but that's life's